We are a nonprofit foundation that has been around for 13 years. Our mission is to fund programs that show strong scientific evidence of having the largest positive impact on long-term well-being. Why are we doing this, and what's the problem? Each week, a new study comes out that says something is beneficial or harmful. Maybe this week a study says blueberries are particularly healthy, so we eat blueberries for a few months until we get distracted by a newer study. A year later, we feel guilty because we know we aren't eating enough of them. But the reality is that the vast majority of these studies' topics have little or no impact on our long-term well-being anyway. We waste our time when we could have been working on the two issues that seem to account for the majority of our long-term well-being. According to scientists, just two issues seem to be the primary causes of criminal behavior: anxiety, depression, anger issues, substance abuse, and a host of other similar problems. And yet, most people have no idea they should be working on these issues. We research these factors and teach about them in later videos. We are privately funded and have never charged for any products or services. We are a research-based organization. We do our own research, and we fund peer-reviewed research through universities. We have worked with hundreds of PhDs across the country, from Harvard professors to practicing psychologists and psychiatrists to neuroscientists who study the brain. When we survey people who have learned the content, over 98% reported they were actively using the concepts in their daily life. Over 78% reported better relationships with loved ones, and 67% even reported that, quote, "the lessons have changed my life." So what's different? Attempts to improve long-term well-being in the past had limited success.
But something drastic changed in the last 10 years. People have heard of MRI machines that are used for brain scans that basically take a 3D picture of your brain to see things like blood clots or tumors. Then Bell Laboratories invented a machine called a functional MRI, or fMRI, that instead of taking a picture of your brain, basically takes a real-time video of it.
fMRI technology finally allowed scientists to watch what was happening in real time inside our brains during almost all human activity. For example, scientists could watch what happened inside the brain to someone as their partner stood outside, they rehashed a common fight, or maybe they'd use a speakerphone and have the subject talk to a child who was misbehaving or needed some comfort.
Since its invention, thousands of fMRI scientific studies have been published, but the practical applications from those insights have not been widely communicated until now. You will learn practical, easy-to-learn skills that will teach you the biggest ways to materially improve your and your loved ones' long-term well-being.